Hello fellow sim racers. Today I'm taking a look at the Formula RSS 2000 V10 Assetto Corsa mod by Race Sim Studio. Now, I know I'm a bit late to the party with this video, but honestly, it's such a fantastic car that I felt compelled to make it. So, in some sort of effort to be the exact opposite of clickbait, stick around to hear me say nice things about a great car. This is the 6th video I've made about a Race Sim Studio car mod, and if I'm honest with you, much of what I had to say about those other cars is applicable to the Formula RSS 2000 V10. That's the thing about a new Race Sim Studio release, you know it's going to be great. If they were movies, they'd be critically acclaimed masterpieces, and you know, I just don't see them producing a mod equivalent of Sharknado anytime soon. So then, the car's brilliant, but what's the hook? What is it about this mod that makes it stand out from anything else that the RSS guys have put out in the last 12 months? Well, for me, there are two things that make this car a real high watermark: the subject matter and the sheer attention to detail. The car comes with beautifully modelled tyre warmers, which, if you don't ever use the showroom, you may only ever see if you're in the pre-session menu. And then there's the different aero kits, representing various downforce configurations used throughout the 2000 season. A very nice visual addition indeed. On top of that, you can change the colour of the dash display, something that many users may not even notice or even care about, but they've still thought about those that will. Clearly, this is a car mod that was constructed as a labour of love by a team of people that were committed to moving the bar just a little bit higher. And that's where the other remarkable thing about this mod comes into play. It's not hard to understand why the RSS team would have poured their collective hearts and souls into this particular car. I don't need to explain to you why the early 2000s Formula 1 cars were special, but 2000 was itself a bit of a standout year. The main reason for me at least was that it was the last year of the V10 era in which driver aids were banned, which means, most importantly, no traction control. And when you combine that with slender, grooved tyres and a singing 850 horsepower engine, things get a bit exciting. There was of course something else that made the 2000 F1 season special. After 4 years of trying, the Todd, Brawn, Byrne and Schumacher combination finally brought the Drivers' Championship back to Maranello, the first in 21 years, and it heralded the beginning of 5 years of unprecedented dominance of the sport by the Red Team. So it's fitting then that the RSS 2000 V10 bears an uncanny resemblance to the Ferrari F1 2000. So I suppose I should probably talk about how this thing drives. As you would expect from an F1 car of the period, it has grip for days. Like the F2004, it's a car that, the harder you push, the more downforce it generates and the more it sticks. But unlike the F2004, it's got a much better balance, at least out of the box anyway, and critically, it doesn't have traction control. This is a car that will remind you that you're not as smooth on the throttle as you think you are. Spinning up the rear tyres is child's play, especially when they're cold, which can make lap 1 a real adventure. But once the tyre temps are up and you learn to tame all of the horses, it's actually really intuitive and responsive car to drive. Moreover, it's rewarding. Most of us are going to have to take a bit of time learning to drive this thing, gradually working our way up to the limit at any given track, which gives this car a lot of depth. And that's before we start thinking about the setups, which, being an F1 car, means literally everything's adjustable. Thankfully, the stock setup seems really, really good, at least for my driving style anyway, so those that don't want to mess with the technical stuff should find the car more than drivable without having to peek under the hood. Finally, before I move on, I should mention the fantastic skins that are in use throughout this video. The community skin pack by Sam the Stupid, Amir, Speed Racer and Blacktooth is an absolute must-have in my opinion, and is available from Race Department. There's a link in the video description. Since I shot the footage for the video, they've added the missing Jordan and Williams, as well as the missing helmets. I started off the video by suggesting that the high quality of the RSS 2000 V10 was rather predictable. And it is. This mod more than lives up to the hype. But you guys know that already. Normally, I'd spend this part of the video sort of summing up why the thing I've just been talking about is worth your time and telling you where to get hold of it. But I guess most of you fall into one of two categories. You either already have the car, or you're just not interested in it. And honestly, I hope that second category is absolutely tiny. As a final note, thanks to everyone that joined the Discord server when we launched on Tuesday. I'm completely blown away by how quickly it's growing. If you're not joined up yet, the link is in the video description. Well, that just about wraps up this love letter to the Formula RSS 2000 V10. In my next video, I'll be continuing to catch up with all the great stuff I missed over the Christmas break by taking a look at the RF2 GT3 Challengers Pack. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then it would be great if you could hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you think the video will be helpful for others, then please consider sharing it. As always, thank you for donating your precious free time by watching. It is very much appreciated. So all that's left to say is goodbye, thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.